Hey, what's up, everyone? This is the number one travel junkie coming at you live and direct. And check it out, I am on my morning walk, and I wanted to come on here and talk to you about something. I was talking to a buddy of mine in Atlanta, and we got on this conversation about Delta and Delta Airlines. In particular, we saw an article where Ed Bastian, he's the CEO of Delta. He was on a podcast, and he was talking about Atlanta potentially getting a second airport. He was talking about or commenting on the talk about Atlanta potentially getting a second airport. Because as you know, a lot of major cities around the country have multiple airports. You got Houston, they have a couple of airports. Dallas, they have a couple of airports. LA, a few airports. Chicago, a couple of airports. New York, they have a couple of airports. Hell, they may even have a couple of airports in damn Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know. But Atlanta, supposedly a major city, it only has one airport. And so there have been talks for years about the greater Atlanta area potentially getting another airport. So Ed Bastian just kind of confidently went on this podcast and said that's not going to happen. As in straight up, as in he runs Atlanta. He was like, yo, that's not going to happen. We're not going to get a second airport. And he listed off a couple of reasons why. So we kind of started having this debate about a couple of things. One, is Atlanta considered a major city? And do you think Atlanta would benefit from a second airport? That's one. Then the other thing was power. In Ed Bastian making a proclamation like that, Ed Bastian could very well be the most powerful Georgian alive right now, if you think about it. Then my buddy started talking about how, Atlanta holds the record for the most busiest airport, this, that, and the third, which they do. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they serve a lot in terms of international destinations. Sure, they're busy because they're a hub. A lot of flights have to come through Atlanta. Like if you're flying from LA to Miami, mysteriously you have to connect in Atlanta. If you're flying from Chicago to Dallas, mysteriously you got to connect in Atlanta. So yes, you're going to be serving a bunch of people because you're making sure everyone comes through your city. So yes, you're going to hold that busiest title, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're big and you service a lot of international destinations. By far, in terms of international gates, I don't think any airport can beat LAX and JFK. They probably have the most international gates. DFW is right up there as well too in terms of international gates, especially with all of the new carriers that they've just taken on. That's a whole nother video. But in this video, we just wanted to know, do you think Atlanta would benefit from a second airport? And also, do you think Ed Bastian is one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful Georgian alive today? Let me know down in the comments, all right?